Night burials have become the norm at Sao Paulo's main cemetery, as grave diggers struggle to keep up with bodies piling up. More than a quarter of the world's coronavirus deaths recorded last week were in Brazil, with new variants proving more contagious and dangerous. Health officials are even asking women to delay pregnancies.
At
this moment of the pandemic peak, when we see there is a difficult situation in maternity wards, because of the situation that's happening in maternity wards, it should be evaluated like what happened with Zika in 2016. If possible, we recommend delaying pregnancy until a more suitable moment, so you can have your pregnancy in a more peaceful way.
Meanwhile, a new study says coronavirus in Brazil is affecting an alarmingly high number of babies and children, whose death toll could be 3 times more than official estimates. And hospitals are running out of beds and crucial drugs for patients. International aid organizations say the Brazilian government of Jair Bolsonaro, a pandemic denier, is to blame for thousands of avoidable deaths.
This disease needs to be taken seriously by the authorities, is what they say to me. People are desperate, they are mourning, and they need help. There is no national and centrally coordinated, efficient response to this pandemic. Prevention measures, which we have seen working in other contexts, like limiting non-essential movements and activities, wearing masks and promoting physical distancing, and increased hygiene measures, are not implemented at this moment in Brazil.
But even in countries with more stringent restrictions in place, new variants are driving major surges and growing dissent. In Colombia's capital, Bogota, where a new total lockdown has been imposed on weekends, small shop owners and street vendors took to the streets in protest.
We go hungry every time we close and go into quarantine. I am a humble worker. I sell juice on the street. That's what I live from. I don't have anyone to help me.
Similar scenes in Argentina, a country reporting the highest number of infections since the start of the pandemic. Parents and children protested outside the presidential palace after President Alberto Fernandez announced schools will be shut again for 2 weeks. With hospitals on the brink of collapse, governments say they have no choice but to impose new stay-at-home orders and other restrictions. And with just a fraction of Latin Americans vaccinated and a shortage in supplies, it will be many more months before things will improve. Alessandro Rampietti, Al Jazeera, Bogota.